asking me to do it though. So it's my first interview.
And you,
That's my
well, look
first
at
interview.
that. Hey, y'all. Hey, Facebook family and friends and Instagram, all who are being able to see this. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is that time again. It's the Money Making Monday Candid Conversations with the authors. And this month we have been featuring our veterans because guess what? We celebrated our veterans and being a sister and arms. And as well, I love to spotlight my comrades, my battle buddies, and show people what they all about. See, the military taught us how to move, shoot, move, and communicate. But what they didn't teach us was about wealth. And so I have run into some phenomenal people who are entrepreneurs, who are authors, and prior service military, and some are still in. But they put words to paper in a way that's been so phenomenal. They've talked about their experiences, and it's just so great to watch. And so I came across this young man on Facebook. Y'all always know I'm a firm believer of social digital currency. It is real, it is genuine. Social digital currency is social media, right? Even before the pandemic, I was not a social media person until I became an entrepreneur. But I felt like, who these people on my page, Hoppo? I need to know who these people are. And so me and this young fella, we met online and we quickly took it offline. We had conversations, and I'm telling you, it's been great. And I've been trying to catch him when I'm ever in his AO, but we have not connected yet. But that's going to be changed in 2022, hopefully 2021 next month, hopefully. So we'll see. But with that being said, I'm not going to steal all his line, but he is a phenomenal young man who served in our great military service. He is a father, and like I said, he's an author, and he is so much more. And so I'm not going to steal his thunder, and I want to introduce the summary, introduce the others, none other than Mr. Brandon Abbey. Brandon, tell the people a little bit about yourself, who you are.
Well, how you guys doing tonight? My name is Brandon Abbey. My author name is Arthur B. Abbey. Just kept it very simple. I did 8.5 years in the Air Force. Um, I did 2 tours in Iraq, one in Afghanistan. When I came out of military, um, my counselor said, "Hey, you need to, you're suffering from PTSD pretty bad or whatever. You should jot down some of your thoughts." And so my wife was already a, a writer and an author, so I said, she's doing it. Let me try it. And I just kind of hopped on board. We started a publishing company in 2015. We were just kind of running with it, and I'm a 5-time self-published author. Um, Through our company, we've published over 200 books through the company or consulting. And we just kind of went on with that. On last year, she passed away due to pre-existing conditions and COVID. She was a 17-time published author. So, we just kind of rock and roll. Now I'm a single father of 2 kids, 12-year-old and a 2-year-old, and just continue to show them what life has. Life is short. You know what I'm saying? So life is short. So I just continue to show them different things or whatever over the last year, what experiences look like. What experiences look like, and traveling, and giving them more than what I had as a kid, and giving them a preview of the world, giving them a preview of the world, and I'm excited to continue to do that.
Look, I'm over here on mute. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Super duper excited. Listen, you guys, he said so much, spent his time, Big Blue, Eagle, Go Air Force, yay. Did that, was married. Is a widower now, and I definitely didn't want to drop that. And so yeah, when we met, he's married, and I see him and his wife books. That's what got my attention. I was like, whoa, this is a dynamic team. I'm like, super couple, let's do it. I mean, but I had no idea that you had your own publishing company until like I went digging a little bit, and then I saw it, and I was like, wow, they do their own books. So tell me, Brandon, why did you guys decide to go with your own publishing company for yourself, self-publishing, versus going with some other big name type of publishing companies?
Well, One of the reasons why we decided to do that, well, she was already into the publishing business already. She had published two poetry books. She tried to do the publish under somebody else before, but it didn't work out. It didn't work out really fast because she had worked from a law firm before, before she started writing, and before we met and all that stuff. She and she knew a little bit about law as a paralegal and all that stuff. So she like they weren't sending her checks or whatever, and so she had a lot of people buy some books and all this, and so they still wasn't sending the books. And so what she did is say, hey, let's get me out of this contract. And so she started digging and digging and digging. And she just kind of went and started doing it. When I came out the military, I had already had a bachelor's degree, and I had to push her. Say, hey, you already got your publishing. I mean, you already got your book published. Let's start our own business. And you can be the face of it or whatever, and I'll just kind of be the operations, and I'm pretty good at that. So I started learning. Just so happened, unfortunately, her brother passed away just early on, like 5 months after we launched the company. And with that, she kind of went down a little bit. So I had to learn everything because we was outsourcing a lot of that stuff. And so I had to learn everything and learn how to do this and learn how to do that. And we kind of just once that we got back on the road, we shot fast. In our first year, we probably dropped, man, 20, 30 books. Because we had about 7 authors, and it was pushing books out like crazy. And so we just kept on going with that, and you got the momentum. We kind of got a little tired the second year and just kind of balanced out a little bit, and we just kind of, started doing, doing other people's publishing and doing it for other people, and that's where I'm actually going to be dropping a business publishing publishing course. Teach people how they can be able to be a publisher, and as well as start their own business. So they have a whole LLC laid out.
Listen, I love it. I love it because that is my heart. There's so many people who are doing business, but they're not doing business correctly. They're not even structured correctly. And so you have put together already some dynamic things. One, you said we're going to remove the middleman. We're going to take them out of the equation. We're not getting what we need, so we're going to do it for ourselves. Now, that's a hint, hint, and a clue, clue, everybody. Listen. When you truly about your money, you're gonna make a way to make it happen for you to learn some things. Brandon, what did you do in the Air Force? What was
I
your
was a
job in
cop
the
in the
Air
Air
Force?
Force. I was a cop.
Okay. Y'all know y'all probably see MP military police on when you go into bases, or you'll see them riding around in the cars. Cop author business, that don't seem like it roll in the same dynamic. Publication company, no, he didn't see this in his future, but he had to adjust fire when things happened, when life happened with his wife. He had to step out. Husband stepped out and showed up to support his boo, y'all, when she was down. Y'all understand that? And then he learned some things that he, he was like, but he learned it. And then from there, they went up to success. So, Brandon, I have to give you salute, kudos to you, my brother, because I didn't even know that. I thought, it was just something that you had really kind of already knew, like had maybe a degree in it. But no, but he said that now not only is he going to pay it forward, that making sure people are actually structured right, but y'all got to understand when I spotlight these authors, they have residual income like real estate. Brandon, can't you like reface the cover of a book? It's the same book, but you can like republish or like what they have the years. Like when you open up the book, right? It'll say like 2010, 2015, and different things like that. And then you can even see different covers of the exact same book, may added a little bit to it, maybe added a picture to it. But
Yep.
it goes back on the market as being like a new book, does it not?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's like
Absolutely.
consistent residual income on the same book. Y'all understand, on the same book. So he go to sleep, he wake up, he got money because he doesn't know who's going to his site. So the name of your publishing company, go ahead and tell him what that is.
Name of the company is Diamante Publications LLC. Um, and you can find it on www.diamantepublications.com. Diamantepublications.com.
All right, so y'all know as I always do, I got to put that on up there. I left off the LLC, so I'm about to put the LLC on there so y'all can know. And then we're gonna put the to where you can actually get it on the website so that you can get with them and you can know go check out the books and see what they got. So what are you gonna read for us tonight?
I'm gonna be reading part two. Book I'm about to drop here shortly. I'm excited about this book. This book has been there's a lot of, I was supposed to drop this book a long time ago. And my wife passed, and I kind of, my daughter, she kind of deleted a little bit of it, and I kind of got discouraged about it a little bit. And so I've been working on this book all year, and people, my readers are saying, hey, I'm waiting on the book. I'm waiting on it. So I'm going to read a little bit excerpt from this book or whatever. So here it goes. It's a prologue. Just as the funeral began, just as the funeral program reached the end, Butter began to weep louder and louder, recollecting on all his thoughts of his grandmother, all the times in life that he remembered and loved, reminiscing on the person that always encouraged him during the hard times in life. The one person that corrected him when he got off track, and now she was gone. As the tears continued to fall, he knew life would never be the same without her. Just as he walked by her casket to say his goodbyes, his final goodbyes, he started to reflect more and more, picturing all the amazing times they once shared together. The love that they once shared in was indescribable, especially since he was the youngest grandchild in his generation coming up. His aunt would always say he was the last of a dying breed, which is something ultimately stuck to his head throughout his years. His grandmother had something a little like a sweet spot for him and treated him quite different from the other four grandchildren. Whether it was drinking tea in his late grandfather's lazy boy recliner as a kid, or either watching soap opera and Double Jeopardy for fun as a kid, they had many one-on-one times. With their type of relationship, his grandmother dared anyone to say anything other about him. She was ready and willing to give all the smoke like a barbecue pit in the South. As their relationship grew even closer when Butter first moved to North Carolina, the conversation became never ending. She continuously called, whether it was to ensure that he ate breakfast, lunch, or dinner, not to mention the long letters and collect calls from jail. It was the small things that touched his heart, and the same things that he would always cherish. The pain was buried deep in his body, and the only way he could relieve it was finding out the truth. Just as Butter began to drift off in a deeper of his thoughts, his mind was drawn back to the funeral. As the round of applause started, his youngest cousin walked to the front of the burial site to sing a song in remembrance of their grandmother. Deeply pained himself, it took him a moment to gather his thoughts and energy to proceed with the song. I was born by the river in a little tent. Oh, yes, like the river. I've been running ever since. It's been a long time coming, but I know change gonna come. As as some as soon as he started singing the first verse, the funeral attendees erupted in tears and applause. As he sounded just like the original songwriter song Sam Cooke. Unable to continue because of the pain of everyone hugged. Unable to continue because of the pain, everyone hugged him, congratulated his bravery, and told him thank you. It was like he knew exactly what to sing at that moment. Everyone was lifted, and many could now see clear. Knowing the need to close friend to get him through his days, Yolanda was right there to rub his backside, or rub his back and wipe his tears. Over the last few years of knowing one another, she had never seen him being a foe. But who was she to blame? Yo, I'm not in the middle. Okay. Hey, Butter, I know it's a terrible time, but I need to introduce you to somebody. And I'm sure you will be super intrigued by what she had to say. Yolanda implied with a soft, soothing voice as she walked from the graveside. Yo, I'm not in a mental state to talk about it right now, Butter replied. Just as she heard, just hear me out, she replied. She is one of my sorority sisters, and she might have an update on your grandmother's death, Yolanda expressed. Turning around suddenly with a mental stare. Who is she and where is she at? Butter stated with a grit in his teeth. Like I stated, she's one of my sorority sisters. She's at a nursing home with her grandmother, with their family, she replied. Perfect. Let's go and go over there and see her, Butter implied viciously. Butter, I know it's a sensitive situation, but she told me that she would give me a call when she finishes up with and probably stop by. I don't really want to interrupt her with her family time. Yolanda replied, Yo, what the fuck you mean sensitive situation? My grandmother just died. You were at a funeral, correct? So I don't know what the hell you talking about. Sensitive. This is a motherfucking priority. Butter replied with anger. Butter, I know, and I'm sure I'm here for you, sweetheart. Trust me, I truly am. But we can't just go half cop. We need to give her a time so she can give us the information that we need so we can make an informed decision, a strategy to move forward, some type of plan. Once that happens, you know I'm all with you. Yolanda expressed with a soft, gentle voice to ease his temper. Yo, you in or you out? He expressed with a large frown that filled his face with pain and aggravation. At this point, Butter had only one mission left in his mind, and that was to find out the truth about his big mama's death. Nothing more, nothing less. No matter what it took, no matter how long it took, he wanted the answer to this. Just as the two entered Yolanda's car, Yolanda placed the car in reverse, and they was instantly surrounded by 6 police cars. As the police exited their vehicles, their guns drawn like movies where the bad guy dies. Yolanda and Butter put their hands on the dashboard. Just as Butter stepped out of the car with his hands raised from the passenger side, a pair of officers swarmed Butter's arms to put handcuffs on each of his wrists, followed by 3 clicks on each. What the fuck is going on? I just buried my grandmother. I didn't do shit, Butter expressed with an aggravation, not knowing what was the cause of the scene. As people began to gather around, whispering their speculation, nobody had a clue what the statues that was going on. And no matter, not even Yolanda, who was his personal lawyer, asking one more time, Petulia walked up with a piece of paper in her hand. Mr. Shoulders, we have a warrant for your arrest, she stated. You are hereby charged with a first-degree murder of Officers Solomon Malcolm and attempted murder of Officer Jared Williams, she informed him. As Butter poker face stared right through Officer Petulia's eyes, he knew he had fucked up because he didn't put a bullet in Jared's head like he was supposed to. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to an attorney. If you can't afford an attorney, one will be provided for you. You understand your rights as they had just been read to you. Just as she turned Butter around, Petulia gave a piece of paper to Yolanda and spoke sarcastically. Have a nice day, counselor, before turning to walk away.
Woo! Wow, man. Look, while you reading, I'm thinking like, man, this gonna be a movie or a series? What's gonna happen? It's gonna be on Netflix. I'm like, see, that's how when I read books, y'all, I literally I'm creating butter in my eye, like who he looked like, what he looked like. I got the police looking a little shady. I'm like, oh my gosh, that was good. That was real good. And y'all, he got real with it, y'all. Yes, I probably like, oh my God, he's cursing. Listen, what books do you know? Some books have profanity in it, but that was straight, it's based off what it is. So if you understand the background, this young man, where he coming from, his granny being that person that was always there for him, you actually hit home with that for me because my mom, it's her birthday today, and
Mm.
she is that granny for one of my nephews. Like, they talk consistently. So when you were talking about the telephone calls and always being there, I was thinking of him, and I was like, wow, that is exactly how he feels about his granny, my mother. So it had just happened to be her birthday. So that was a little tribute out of there that was like, whoa, this resonates with me. So you guys, I kind of made the background small because I want you to say what the book name is again that they need to look out for that's coming up for you.
Path to the Throne 2. Path to the Throne 2. Path to the Throne 1 is already available on the website as well as on Amazon. So go on Amazon, check it out. It, you know what I'm saying? Or go on the website and check it out. You get a copy sent straight to you.
So which one is works for you? Because we talked about the middleman, right? So which one works as far as like, does it work better with Amazon or does it work better for them going straight to your site to get it? What do you prefer?
Well, they can go to my website. They can go to my website and get it. And I can get it to them.
Love it. So listen, this is what it looks like. I'm gonna put it up here so y'all can see. Boom. It should be coming up. Then we have the actual. I put it in also the comments. I put in the comments the actual publication site, so you can just click in the comments and it will take you directly there. So we have this amazing young man who is a father. He's a widower. He's raising his children. One who happens to be two. He lost his wife during the pandemic. After just recently having a baby girl, right? Right now, y'all, his oldest is in there cooking some shrimp and grits, and he's giving him instructions on how to do it. He ain't making hot dogs and pork and beans. He in there making some shrimp and grits. See that? So that is amazing. That's awesome. But
Yeah,
that's
he was
real,
excited. He was excited. I said, "You cooking dinner tonight?" He said, "Oh, okay. Let me put my book back down." So he was excited. His first time he in there cooking it up or whatever. And I go check it out in a little bit and see if I need to put it back on the stove for a second. You know what I'm saying?
Instead of eating some raw fish, but I mean
Instead of
raw
eating some
shrimp. But
raw.
yeah,
No, the shrimp was good. The shrimp was,
the shrimp
we
is
already
good.
had the
Okay.
shrimp taken care of. It's the grits. It's the
Listen,
grits.
look, when he mastered that, because not everybody can cook grits. So look,
Right,
he's
right, right,
starting
right, right.
young, y'all.
So
So
he
that
cooks
is
some grits or
good.
whatever. It's easy. I want to teach him how to, his mom is no longer here, so I want to be able to teach him how, like my mom taught me how to cook early on and be able to be self sufficient. So if he had a beautiful family later on, he can be able to provide for them and cook for them and all that stuff, and not having to, his young lady to always having to be a burden of um, in the kitchen and stuff like that. So being able to cook and so that's I feel like that's my job to kind of pass that along and to show them how to do different things, cook in the kitchen as well as get on the grill and do that
That's
thing
it.
and be able to be self-sufficient if if you have one. If he doesn't, be single, then he can still be self-sufficient and eat and not have to eat out and get high cholesterol and diabetes and all these other stuff that
All
that's
that
equipped
stuff.
in all this stuff in food.
Man, that's amazing. Shavia Green, thank you for saying good evening. Hello, Susan. Hello, Tiffany. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank each and every one of you for taking the time out to jump in. I truly appreciate it as always. You could be anywhere else, but you decide to be right here with us to support. As you guys know, we are supporting one of our own, our veterans, United States Air Force, right? He is a
Yep.
author. He has Path to the Throne Part 2 that's coming out. So we're promoting that book. He spoke a little bit about himself. So when you guys are watching the replay, by all means hit hashtag replay. We love it. But here's what I want each and every one of you to do who are watching. And even when you look at the replay, I want you to go to that site. Y'all see it. Diamante Publishing Publications.com. I want you to look at the previous books. I want you to select one book that resonates with you and support my brother in arms. Saturday we had small business owners, that was small business Saturday. Friday, we had Black Friday. Today is Cyber Monday. So go online. You're spending money anyway. This month, we supported our veterans on November the 11th. Everyone's always saying thank you for your service. And we truly appreciate you saying thank you. But now I want to divert your gratitude to the service and the sacrifice that each of my battle buddies have done to support them in what they're doing in their life after the military, their businesses. He's at home right now raising two children. He has our business. He served our country. Come on now, somebody. This is what this is all about. This is why we have Money Making Monday Candid Conversations with authors. We usually do it the first Monday of the month, but this month we want to spotlight a few good women and a few good men. And so, Brandon, I thank you so much for coming on and for accepting my invitation to come on and do this interview and to be so transparent and open about your wife. May she rest in heaven. And also just about your journey throughout from the military to not knowing what to do in publication, but stepping up and learning how to do it, and now you're doing the dang thing. So congratulations once again. You talked about the book, the deletion and the discouragement. Hey, it happens. It's an up and down journey like a roller coaster ride. But I always say delayed is never denied. And when
Right.
people have a setback, it's just getting you ready for that comeback, my brother. You already know. So with that being said, you have any closing comments you want to leave to anyone?
Yeah, you guys can go to the website and like I said, you can see my books on there as well as my wife's books on there. You want to learn about her journey and who she was. You can definitely check that out. 17 books. We wrote one book together. The book we wrote together was Madam by Night, Secretary by Day. I got some special things coming in the future with that book or whatever. I can't really speak on it right now, but it's some special stuff. I'm excited about it. It was some stuff we was working on before she passed, so I got to make sure it happens. But definitely go check out the website and like my great battle buddies just said, if you see something you like, definitely grab it, and it'll get to you.
It sure will. What was that book? Madam by. What
Madam by
was
night,
that?
secretary by day.
Hey, 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 that was the one y'all wrote together.
Yeah,
Hey, look, hey,
yeah,
hey, couples, look. I see some
yeah. It was
fire in
my
that
first
one.
book, and her that was like it was her fourth book. That was my first book though.
Look at that.
And the
Even I'm
crazy
gonna go
thing, I'm
back
gonna
and
tell you
see
this:
that
the
one.
crazy thing as I go out, tell you how God works though. I started writing that book, and I haven't really told this story too many times. And this is where you got to walk on faith and not on sight. I started writing that
That's
book
it.
in 2015 on the way to New York. She had two books. I think she had about two books at the time. Had just dropped a new one, one of her new books. And so we was on the way. and we had ball tires, no insurance, and no registration going up there. And
Mm-mm.
we was able to come out of there okay. We went to handle business. Was dealing with the VA at the time. I was suffering from PTSD at the time, and so now, between the both of us, we have 21 books,
Woo! Look
and
at
we
that.
published. Yeah.
Faith without works is dead. There is no possible way in my book that you can put fear and faith in the same sentence, because fear is nothing but false evidence appearing real, or as face everything in rise. And that's exactly what y'all did. Ball tires and all, y'all faced everything and you rose. You rose to the occasion because you had the faith to do the work and you execute it with the action to do so. So, wow, thank you. Thank you, Brandon, for sharing. Now, on that note, we're going to drop the mic because he done said it. He done showed you by experience. That was his testimony. Now, check out the books. Go to the website. Support my brother in arms. Again, it is our last day of November, Veterans Day, the month of veterans support awareness, bringing it to you. That is never about one day. You can always support our veterans in any special way, especially if you know that they're a veteran-owned business, then definitely support them. They did the sacrifices, they did what they needed to do to serve our country, and now, boom, that is a gratitude that we can share and do for them and support monetarily. How about that? All right. So thank you again, Brandon. You take care. And with that, y'all know what I do. Again, y'all go ahead, buy the book. That's first and foremost. Support, support, support. We love you for it. We love you, and there's absolutely nothing you can do but love us back. We want you to go out there and we want you to be safe. Be safe because there's a pandemic going on. There's a lot that's happening. So make sure you keep washing your hands. So keep wearing your mask and staying 6 feet apart out here in these COVID streets. Okay. If you are in a position where you can raise your hands above your head, I got my one phone because y'all know the technology didn't want me to be great on the computer. But anyway, crisscrossing like applesauce in front of your chest. Give yourself a big old squeeze. Consider yourself hugged and loved virtually. That's how we close it out each and every time. So we want you to know that even though it's pandemic time, you are thought of, and we thank each and every one of you for supporting us and for supporting our sisters and brothers in arms. Y'all take care and you be blessed. Bye.